Hello and namaskar. This is Ashok Bose, and you're watching my channel Beyond 61. So, before I start on with the topic, I would like to put on a disclaimer that this channel does not permit or promote any violence or negativity in any manner. This content, what I'm going to speak now, does not relate to any person, entity, or any organization in particular. So the topic is, can the boss always be right? Controversial, right? Yes, it is. So to understand this, one needs to know why the boss is always right. What is so different in him which always makes him right? If that is the question, then comes who are those who say he's always right? They are the subordinates. So now we need to know the difference between the boss and his subordinates in their own capacity and level. Why are they having this difference? The answer to this is the power and authority vested upon him, which the boss enjoys, rather the boss is given, and the subordinate does not have. This is what is the difference, and it is universally believed that this authority of the boss has to be obeyed, even if it is misused, and if goes unnoticed, it has to be properly obeyed and cannot be disobeyed, to the extent that even if the orders are unlawful or seemingly leading to an unsuccessful attempt that has a least sanctity, and the rate of failure is too high, but it has to be accepted. That's how it is meant to be. On the other hand, the boss always has an obsession of making sure that the orders are final and unquestionable, implemented, executed, absolutely in letter and spirit. Hence, can't this be called as a bias? The boss is biased. Rather, the man is biased who is sitting in this position. So this can also be called as a authority bias. So what is that? To understand this, I will give you certain examples later on. But for now, this authority bias is a major factor prompting the subordinates to obey, despite they are rendered or they become unproductive, unyielding, to the extent of the failure of the business or the project. What happens then? The subordinate tends to become inarticulate. They have a zeal, enthusiasm, too much of energy, but all goes futile under this authority bias. It is the ground or the floor which perceives, which understands the threat of failure or loss in the project. But still, the common belief persists, rather a trust system remains that it has to be obeyed. Although very less, but the major attributes undeniably to failures or business disasters occur due to authority bias only. Why this happens? This happens due to insecurity, lack of gathering courage to confront the boss amongst the subordinates, and various other reasons. I told you I will give you certain examples. So here we start with from home, from the house itself. At homes where the parents decide on the stream or discipline of studies the child has to study, but never trying to understand the child's interest. And that is what is the sign of authority. And this is the authority bias, where the parents are unquestionable. These are disastrous, seldom leading to unsuccessful stories even. This was a basic and started at home. Coming back to the corporates, I would relate this to any SOP or amendment in the process without any feedback or connecting the ground, or without understanding the reality, leads to failure. if not always, but that certainly happens. So this is how it is. So having said all, what do we construe out of this? Here there are two things in common, that the boss as well as the subordinates both are human beings and have human emotions and level of thinking as per their experience, aptitude, perception and instinct. But one human negativity, one human instinct, or some kind of an act which makes him feel that he is above the subordinates, or even a feeling of insecurity or lack of vision or foresightedness. This does happen. Hence, what do? What does both the parties do? The boss and subordinate. The boss must believe participation. A participative management, this approach works very good. And the philosophy of inclusivity. Thus exchange ideas which needs to be welcomed. Even if the subordinates are wrong, allow him to fail. Never be suspicious. Trust your subordinates. Connect with the ground. Don't put a subordinate under question in front of all. And you emphasize on your ideas. Analyze the facts. There may be a very small, minute thing which might be meaningful. If implemented, it gives you a big return. Thank you so much for watching. And if you have liked, please comment, share. If you subscribe, I would like it. Thank you so much. And maybe controversial, you may comment it. Thank you.